Hey there, Capricorn. Welcome to the channel. Sarah here. We're going to do a reading for you today for the week of October 27th to November 2nd, 2025. Keep in mind, Capricorn, this is just a general reading, so take only what resonates and leave out what does not. If you're interested in having a personal reading done with me, you can go to my website, lionessmoonintuitivetarot.com, or you can email me directly at lionessmoonintuitivetarot@gmail.com. All right, so as always, feel free to delegate the energies where you see fit. If I say I'm talking about you, I could be talking about somebody who you're dealing with, and vice versa. If you've been traumatized by romance, this is the place to go. Because it was specifically on your video that I received a comment asking me if you will ever get a positive reading. The likelihood of you getting a fairy tale fantasy on this channel is about as likely as getting struck by lightning. So, with all that being said, let's get started. The first energies coming out is the fish. Something about resources, finance, wealthy man, and mature man. All right. Let's see where this is going. Let's get the tarot on this before I say anything. We've got the fish, wealthy man, and mature man. We've got the Five of Wands, and the World, and the Three of Swords in reverse. Somebody, okay. There's something about returning to something in order to heal something here. Obviously, this has something to do with finance. We're going to find out in a second. There's somebody who wants to have a conversation. It looks like somebody wants to take a mature approach. Whoever this is has learned some sort of lesson here. Now, the lesson could be in creating an element of conflict and competition and jealousy here. The Five of Wands often has something to do with jealousy. Now, the fish to the wealthy man energy tells me that whoever this is somebody who's trying to come in more maturely with regard to an understanding of how to utilize that kind of energy. Maybe they have been a spendthrift in the past, or just very toxic in their money spending habits. But it looks like somebody wants to try it with the Three of Swords in reverse to the Five of Wands. This tells me that there's somebody here, and obviously the World also coming out. There's an energy of having understood something, learned a lesson, wants to try and overcome this energy here. So if somebody had allowed a wedge of some sort to come between you and them, some sort of third party energy, it looks like whoever this is wants to try and heal this situation. But what's the situation for Capricorn? Anxiety. They may be feeling scared to come in. Scared to chase. We've got the chaser. Yeah, it looks like whoever this is may be feeling like this is a huge gamble, or this could be you in this energy too. You may have been traumatized by somebody who had been in your life, maybe put you in a third party, maybe had toxic money spending habits. And there may be something about this energy that's making you fearful when they do try to come in, because it does look like you would feel like in order to allow this person back into your life would be a huge gamble. So let's get the challenge here, Capricorn. We've got Mountain. It's the boss card, and House. Mountain, House, Gift. Interesting. Is this person going to try and present you with something? I mean, they are coming in as Wealthy man is an energy of somebody. It's just an energy. We don't have to get hung up on the gender here. It's an energy of somebody who feels like they have something to prove to you. This person feels like they have something to prove to you, and they're coming in with that being the, this is what their objective is when they come towards you. And this is very much at the forefront of their consciousness. But just let's be aware that just because something is somebody's intention doesn't mean that the outcome is going to be favorable. A lot of people don't know themselves. It wasn't my intention for this to be the outcome. That's danger. You're dealing with a dangerous person. And anybody who affiliates themselves with somebody who says those words is in danger. It's a fact. And I'm not holding anybody to a standard I haven't had to hold myself to, because the evidence is always there that the outcome would be what it would be. It just is. That's how we have intuition. We've got the Page of Wands in reverse. Ooh. Eee. And the Death. We've got the Page of Swords, the Two of Wands, the Two of Swords in reverse, and the Eight of Pentacles. Again, okay, so I'm getting this energy here that we saw that there's somebody potentially coming into chase. Now it's showing up that whoever this is trying to impress you in some way. It looks like they're trying to prove something with regard to their ability to provide, with the fish to the wealthy man. This has been somebody who there has been a lot of combativeness. It looks like for some of you there was a third party situation. It looks like they want to come in. They want to put an end to this cycle. They want to heal this. Now, based on your previous experiences with whoever this is, it's showing up that you're feeling kind of anxious about them coming back towards you if they are going to come and chase you. This could just be something that you're thinking about. It doesn't mean it's going to happen. It's just something to consider so that when we move forward, we know what to look for in other people. But that is how this is coming out. So now we've got that the challenge here is the most challenging card in the Lenormand deck, which is the Mountain. There's a huge mountain to climb. With regard to what has been familiar with this person, with the House and Home card. Now, whoever this is, it looks like they are coming in with, it looks like there may be some sort of material gift that they're coming in with. I don't always read it that way. Sometimes gift is just some sort of intuitive gift or some sort of spiritual gift, but in this case, it looks like it's material. Because there's this energy of having had to deal with somebody who behaves like a petulant, oppositionally defiant brat. Now, if this person isn't the one who's in this energy, this person may have a child that acts like this and doesn't get redirected and has made your life a living hell. But it looks like there's something here about putting an end to this type of energy. Now, maybe this has already come to an end in your life, and maybe you're meant to be recognizing how peaceful life has been without the energy, because it looks, and the reason why I'm reading it that way is because for some of you, you may have actually looked into this. You may have done research on the type of behaviors that you were dealing with this person after and moved in a new direction here. So them returning would put you in a position where you would feel like you would have a difficult decision to make. But even so, it looks like you would make it. For some of you, the difficult decision may have to do with the fact that this person may not be whoever this is may be making an offer that they feel like you can't refuse, and maybe this is a test here, okay? It's a matter of whether your emotional well-being trumps your material stability here, because whoever this is may be coming in to rescue you from some sort of material ailment they feel like they need to rescue you from. or this could be their ticket back into your life. Can we get more on this? I mean, they're showing up with as affluent. This is showing up as today. They may be thinking about this today. This is showing up as a soulmate connection. And that's why they're pretending. They're pretending to be, this is common. It's common. I will say and do what I have to do to get you behind closed doors into a contractual agreement, and then I switch. Bait, switch. That's romance. Bait, and it's a game of bait and switch. Every time. Even the people who insist it's real, I'm not convinced. I'm not. I think people lie to themselves all the time. What is in the hidden position? What is in the hidden position? It's just really liberating to get away from it, honestly. We've got gift coming out. Judication. What the heck? And bad health. Okay, so there may be some, I'm just going to, you know what? I'm not going to say anything. Maybe I should. I'm going to say it because I don't want to forget. There may be something that this person is coming in to offer you that you feel like you cannot refuse. For some of you, this is somebody who you may have been married to. There's something that's been unhealthy about this connection. Somebody may be experiencing bad health too. But there's something that's been very unhealthy about this connection. I can see that it has something to do with communication. But whatever this is, it looks like it's going to end in some sort of ending or divorce anyways, and you would still end up getting whatever it is that they're offering to get back into, whatever it is that they're feeling like they need to offer you to entice you back into their life is something that you'll end up receiving anyways. Can we get more on this? We got the Four of Swords, the Three of Swords in reverse, the Sun in reverse, the Eight of Swords, the Ten of Wands in reverse, and the Temperance in reverse. Again, okay, so this is either you or them. Somebody is very easily triggered into anger and rage. And when I say that, I'm talking like you may be dealing with somebody who throws literal temper tantrums behind closed doors. Now, there's something about either laying this to rest, because whatever this is something that's going to trap you and make you unhappy, and just releasing this burden. It looks like you release the burden and lay this to rest anyways. It's a matter of whether you choose to try and make this work, or you just bypass that part of your karma altogether and skip a timeline here. Can we get more on this? They want to come in and talk. We've got the interview card here. Oh no, they want a commitment. They're doing it by trying to plug in. It just doesn't look like it's the right cord for your outlet, or vice versa, the right outlet for your cord. And so you're going to end up with the power outage, you know, the sparks and the flickering and the outage. I had an older woman tell me that that's how this works. You get the wrong one you get the wrong cord with the wrong outlet, that's what you end up with. But you get the right one, the whole room lights up. I was like, yeah, I guess you're right about that. All right, let's get the advice. We've got, the bear. Family room. High honor. Interesting. Just a second. Can we get more on this? The Bear, family room, and high honor. We've got the Ten of Wands in reverse, releasing something. We've got the Eight of Swords, the Ten of Cups in reverse, the Page of Pentacles. Some of you may have a child with this person. We've got that energy again. So, okay, I'm getting that you're either dealing with somebody with whom you have children, or you're dealing with somebody who's got a very childish. Now, I'm getting here that whoever this is, and for a lot of, I'm just going to let you know that what's coming up here is that this is somebody who you may have been married to, and if that's not the case, this is somebody who wants to marry you, is what I'm getting. Because the Bear is somebody who's very territorial. They want to possess. They want to possess you. Now, and then along with this Eight of Swords, that is a trap. It's not just you being in your head. This is actually, yes, it starts out as you being in your head, and then you actually, in the third dimension, manifest an actual trap for yourself. You're stuck in a contractual agreement. All right? And then if we don't honor our contractual agreements, there's always going to be consequences for that. You sign your name on the dotted line, you're selling your soul. That's real. You just sold your soul to the devil. That's why the Devil card is there. It always represents an attachment to something. You've just attached yourself to something by signing your name. It looks like there's a trap here. This is just your advice. Your advice is to let go of something that has been proven to cause you stress. Whoever this is may be somebody who is aligned with a certain behavior that can bring out the worst in you with the Temperance in reverse here. And you have the potential to be held high, hold your head up high, and knowing that the thing is that if you don't get yourself involved in this with this person in this way, you have the potential to always feel like you are doing the right thing. Because it looks like getting yourself involved in a relationship with this person is going to set you off in some way with the Temperance in reverse. And it looks like it's not emotionally fulfilling either. The Ten of Cups in reverse is often my conditional love card. Somebody who, lays out a set of criteria that you're supposed to follow in order to get their love. I will show you love on the contingency, Capricorn, that you meet all of these criteria. That's conditional love. Can we get more on this? We've got come together. Oh yeah, they want to come together. But then we've got the triggers card, which is the same as that Temperance in reverse that I was seeing. This is somebody who sets you off balance. And so aligns you with something it's one of those things where if you're in a position where you feel now like you have to hide who you actually feel, it's almost like it hoodwinks you into believing that who you really are is just this temperamental, awful person. When in actuality, it's showing up, Capricorn, that you're not like that. You're actually not like that. And if you weren't connected to this person, you wouldn't feel like you were like that. There's this energy of pretending. Now we're getting ourselves in a situation where we're in this family dynamic where we have to pretend like everything is fine in the outside world. Because we can't let people know. We have to hold this high honor. It's showing up that you genuinely have the ability to have this high honor, but now you're going to feel like you have to pretend because whoever this is setting you off and triggering you, making you angry. It's showing up that it's you who's in this energy. You could be mirroring each other. I wouldn't be surprised if that twin flame card comes out. What is the external influence here for Capricorn? We've got time, clock, time. Official person. This person wants to rule. This is the equivalent of the Emperor in reverse to me, because they're not healthy. In time, this person is going to want to exercise their will over you, is what I'm seeing. It's like you're going to be feeling like you live in the military, behind closed doors with whoever this is. We've got the Lovers. Right now it looks like they want a love connection with you. And they're showing up as it's showing up that they're pretty stable, whoever this is, with the King of Pentacles. It looks like they've been reflecting on their time with you, Capricorn, and they're realizing that you are indeed their wish come true. But there's that triggered card again. Whoever this is may be triggered. Oh yeah, no, they want to make you an offer. They want to trigger you again. Can we get more on this? It could be them who's in that energy too. It's just like with the energies and the way they came out, it looks like there's this, it's almost like this atmosphere of anger when you're connected to whoever this is, and it affects you adversely. There we go. There's I said, I have a feeling, I think the Twin Flames card is going to come out. There it is. You are mirroring each other, or there's something about this relationship, Capricorn, that's meant to be teaching you something about yourself. Because the last thing you want is to be getting yourself into low vibrational energy that's attracting all of this hardcore karma into your three-dimensional reality here, third dimension. Yeah, this is something that's meant to be awakening you to something about allowing drama into your life. There's a lot of combativeness, drama here with that Five of Wands that we saw. They're returning to you. There's somebody who brought a lot of drama into your life who is returning. Now, I'm seeing family room here. You may have a family with this person, but I have to say it because I just saw it, so I'm going to mention it. Whoever this is somebody who might hit close to home for you. And that might be why they're in your life, is because they're meant to be teaching you something about your upbringing that was not necessarily healthy. So that you will know what you have to do in order to cathartically release it. Okay, with the Ten of Wands, you need to learn how to release this energy that it's always been some level of normalcy in your life for some of you. Can we get the outcome here for Capricorn? What's the outcome? We've got the Well. Who else? Did somebody else get the Well? Scorpio, I think. I can't remember. Bad health. There's something you're meant to look into more deeply with regard to your health, your mental health, probably. And it has something to do with something that has been familiar to you your whole life. Something to do with this unhealthy situation. It does look like this leaves you feeling like you're in despair. What is the tarot on the Well to the bad health? There's something that you're meant to look more deeply into with regard to your health. It looks like it could be just an unhealthy situation, but it could be something you've been familiarized to. We've got the Nine of Wands. That's it. You're wounded by something. You're wounded by something that has been, for some of you, it feels, if you're conditioned to this from a very young age, it'll always feel normal to you. But sometimes when you can get yourself into a position where you become estranged from some of these energies and then you have to revisit them again in your adult life, like you have to say you've had like a really cruel parent growing up, become estranged from them, And even if you continue to have this parent in your life as an adult, you still always see them as your parent. But if you meet your parent in another person's body as an adult, you are meant to see this person differently. Almost like there's a sense of forgiveness now, because you start to look now at this is the person who raised me. This is the person who raised me. And now you have to look back on the life of that child and truly have compassion for your inner child, because they were raised by this person. And any kind of ailments that have been inflicted as a result of having to be in that energy is something that you may need to come. It's not saying you need to look more deeply. I'm just giving you an example, because I'm getting strongly that could be the vibe for some of you. It's really showing up here in that way. And why it is that you feel like you want to try and persevere through these things is what's showing up here. Because if we're trying to persevere through these really dark, sick energies, because of the fact that we feel like we love these people unconditionally, we're not learning what we need to learn, or having the breakdown of the psychological structure that would free us from that energy. And it keeps us in a state of stagnancy, stunted growth. Sometimes there may be even a regression here with the Chariot in reverse. And it looks like if you can look more deeply into why these things have been prevalent in your life, you might be able to, like I said, cathartically release this, detach from the toxicity. We've got the moon and the star. So here's the thing, is that for some of you, either you have, because we do see the Tower in reverse. So we don't know what's going to happen here that is going to allow you may actually have to go through a Tower in order to truly heal and have the epiphany that you are in dire need of having in order to move forward and release this energy. Or you may be able to somehow figure it out without having to have the Tower. But either way, the Tower has to happen. Whether it happens as a shocking or surprising situation, or whether you just come to some sort of breakthrough on your own. What is the situation here? Spontaneous. So it's showing up that there will likely be a Tower. This is the equivalent of the Tower card. It's showing up that the Tower hasn't happened yet, but there's something that you may need to look more deeply into with regard to the sickness that's gone on here. Or else there will be. We saw the moon. I feel like the moon is indicating something that's going to happen here, where there's something that's going to be shocking, surprising, that's meant to bring you to a place where you're going to have that epiphany, that light at the end of the tunnel. And we've got poison coming out, so there's something about detaching from this toxicity here. It may be that this person starts searching for something else. I'm just trying to understand why the searching card would show up in all of this. It's got to be related somehow to the Tower, or maybe or this could be that you're actually going to educate yourself on something here. Looking online, you may just be watching videos. It could be that there's some sort of psychological video. I mean, it looks like we're dealing with some pretty deep-seated psychological issues here. So before we close this out for you, Capricorn, we're going to get a few final messages. The final messages for Capricorn. We've got, I want to feel that way again. It looks like, yes, this person feels, you're showing up as twin flames. This person wants to feel a certain way with you again. We will be together again. You may have to be with this person again in order to have the Tower. I wish I could take back my words. It does look like this person wants to try and make something work with you. They may be coming in for an apology, like I had said. they are showing up as being afraid to contact you. Or we did see anxiety here. I was reading that as you. Maybe you're afraid to reconnect with whoever this is as well because of the issues you had in the past. So Capricorn, that is your reading for the week of October 27th to November 2nd. Thank you so much for all of your support, your likes, your shares, and your subscribes. And until I read you again, take care and bless.